If you think you're into drawing, but you can't really afford the time or cost of art classes, and you want to learn everything properly from scratch, then stick with me till the end of this video. I'll walk you step by step on where you should actually start. Most people who start drawing jump straight into eyes, faces, animals, or landscapes. But after a while, they get discouraged and say, I just don't have the talent for it. The problem isn't lack of talent. The problem is they never learned the basic fundamentals of drawing. In reality, it doesn't matter if you want to learn portrait drawing, pencil sketching, manga or anime, digital art, or any other style you like. All of these styles are built on a few core foundations. If you don't understand those basics, no matter how much you practice, your progress will be slow. But once you learn these fundamentals, picking up any style becomes way easier and much faster. Now you might be wondering, why should you even learn drawing in the first place? Drawing isn't just an art. For some people, it's a way to relax their mind. For others, it's a fun and enjoyable hobby. And for some, it becomes a professional skill, even a source of income. A lot of artists today earn money through commission work, teaching, content creation, and even digital art. But it doesn't really matter if your goal is making money or just following your passion and enjoying art for yourself. What matters is starting the right way. And today we're going to take the very first and most important step together on this journey. In this video, you're going to learn how to properly hold a pencil, what shading actually is, how volume is created, and how to turn a simple shape into a fully three-dimensional object. So grab your pencil and let's get started. The very first thing every drawing student needs to learn is how to control the pencil. Before we even draw a single line on paper, we need to talk about how to hold the pencil. It might sound simple, but this is where a lot of beginners make their first mistake. Most people hold a pencil the same way they do when they're writing. That's great for writing, but it limits your movement when you're drawing. Instead, try holding the pencil a little farther back. It gives your hand more freedom to move, makes your line smoother, and gives you much better control over your drawings. Now, let's do a quick exercise. Draw a line while holding the pencil close to the tip. Then, draw the same line again, but this time, hold the pencil farther back. You'll probably notice that your hand moves more naturally, and your line feels much smoother. If you've made it this far, you've already learned something that many art students overlook for months. So, if you don't want to miss the next lessons in this course, now's the perfect time to follow the channel. We're going to build your skills step by step, all the way from the basics to drawing realistic portraits. Now let's move on to the next step, warming up your hand before drawing. Grab a blank sheet of paper and start drawing long, straight lines from right to left without resting your hand on the paper. Start from one edge and keep moving all the way across the page. Now do the same from left to right. Then draw lines from top to bottom and from bottom to top. This helps loosen up your hand and prepares it for drawing. Practice along with me. Great job. Even this small exercise can make a big difference. It'll warm up your hand, improve your control, and help you become a better artist, as long as you keep practicing with me. Next, let's practice circles. Draw circles continuously without lifting your pencil off the paper. Keep going for about 5 to 10 minutes. The goal is to warm up your hand, improve your control, and get comfortable moving the pencil smoothly and naturally. And that's it for your very first step toward becoming a skilled artist. Now that your hand is warmed up, you're ready to follow me through the next stages. I'm sure that if you've stayed with me this far, you truly love art and you're serious about learning it. So make sure you don't miss the upcoming lessons. We're going to keep building your skills step by step until you can create drawings you'll be proud of. Now, let's get to the most important part of drawing, shading. Let me ask you a question. If you place a white ball under a light, does the entire surface receive the same amount of light? Of course not. One side catches more light, while the other side falls into shadow. And that's exactly where the illusion of depth comes from. Everything we see as three-dimensional is created by the difference between light and shadow. Here's something really interesting. Your brain doesn't actually see volume. It sees light and shadow, then it creates the illusion of depth on its own. Once you understand that, the way you look at drawing will completely change. Now grab your pencil and draw a rectangle. Leave the left side bright, then slowly and smoothly make it darker as you move toward the right. Take your time. The transition should be gradual, with no harsh jumps between light and dark. In nature, light doesn't just cut off suddenly. It gradually fades. And when you're shading, your hand pressure should follow the same logic. In the darker areas, apply more pressure with your pencil. Then, as you move toward the lighter areas and the light source, slowly reduce the pressure step by step. This creates a soft and smooth shading transition inside your drawing. That's why soft, gradual shadows look much more realistic than harsh, sudden ones. If you've done this exercise, write "exercise completed" in the comments. I'd love to see how many of you are actually practicing along with this course. Now it's time to move on to the most exciting part. Draw a simple circle. Right now, it's just a basic shape. But imagine the light is coming from the top left side. That means this area will be the brightest part. As you move away from the light, the surface gradually becomes darker. Start adding the shadows step by step. And finally, add a cast shadow under the sphere on the ground. That small shadow alone makes the brain feel like it's looking at a real 3D object. And that's the exact moment when a simple line turns into a real piece of art. Now, let's move on to the cube. The cube is one of the most important drawing exercises because almost everything in the real world is built from simple geometric shapes. If you can correctly shade and understand a cube, you've already taken a big step toward becoming a professional artist. Now imagine the light is coming from the left side. The left face will be the brightest. The front face will be slightly darker, and the right face, which receives the least light, will be the darkest part of the cube. Just like that, a flat shape turns into a three-dimensional object. If you were able to shade both the sphere and the cube at this point, congratulations! You've learned something that formed the foundation of all drawing. Whether it's portraits, animals, landscapes, manga, comics, or even digital art. In the next lesson, we'll learn how to draw cleaner lines, improve hand control, and design basic shapes and objects with more accuracy. So if your goal is to learn drawing properly, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications, because this course is designed step by step, and each lesson builds on the previous one. And before the video ends, write in the comments what your biggest challenge in drawing is. Shading, volume, faces, or perspective? I read your comments, and I'll design the next lessons based on your struggles.